Can hear the music.
Pow, guys, we're back. It feels like it was just yesterday that we did one of these live streams. In fact, it feels like it was exactly 18 hours ago that we had one of these live streams. Time goes definitely very, very quickly. So let's get this party started. Thank God I have OC joining me today. I don't know what the hell I would do without him. Hey, man.
Friday night edition of the Tim Wright Show on the Tim Wright channel. Doesn't get any better.
It doesn't get better than
Friday
this.
Night. Tim's Friday night, just in case you didn't know. Today's Friday.
I had no idea. I should be doing a Gonzo stream today. I should be going out with Rich and getting wasted in K-Town. What the hell am I doing at home? It's ridiculous.
We might not have any viewers tonight. It's Friday night. People are out.
By the way, today the curfew ends. The no drinking.
Remember
the
alcohol moratorium.
The moratorium. Remember the Timepiece Fund. Timepiece Fund funded a week of.
How do you feel? How do you feel at the end of this 1 week of sobriety?
I feel terrible. I feel absolutely terrible. I don't know what it is. It's just. I feel exhausted. It's just stress, anxiety. I don't know. OC. There's just something weird going on. You know, it's just something weird going on. Hey, we got Red Shovel in the chat. Link for Red Shovel. Let's get that shovel on the floor. We got Jimmy with the $3 fist bump sticker. Thank you so much, Jimmy. What a cool guy. Thank you so much, man. Jimmy, love you, man. Thank you for the support. Hey, we got that shovel. The shovel's in the house.
Evening.
Hey, man, you got any
shovel.
Spicy gas from the Belfast?
From the Belfast? What the fuck was that? No, I got into trouble last time about the gossip show.
What? Come on. You didn't do anything.
People were on the phone to me saying, "Don't talk on Tim's show."
People were giving you directives on whose show you were allowed and whose show you were not allowed.
They're trying to silence the shovel. Yeah. They want to put the kibosh on the shovel.
Cannot be silenced. We know that from previous experience.
Yes, loose lips.
Lucy. Loose lips, Lucy. We got Mike K. By the way, guys, Mike K, member for 9 months as a story editor. It's the weekend. Let's go, Timmy and OC. Upvote and become members. Timmy's the best live streamer in the business. Aw.
If you want evidence of that, that you have the best live stream in the business, watch last night's show. Go back and watch, not you because you were part of it, Tim, but the audience. You got so many compliments about last night's show, what a great panel it was, what great watch topics. This is literally the best watch show in the world.
What? No way.
It is. At this point, it's hard. At this point, you have surpassed even your mentor, Archie Luxury. You now have the benchmark of the best watch content in the business. I don't think he will even disagree with that. I think he'll even say, I have passed the baton.
OC, this is the kind of evidence that boomers will use as evidence in court against me. Why Timmy needs to go. He's becoming too good.
People like his show too much. What can we do?
We got Mike K. Thank you so much. £4.49. Super sticker. Thank you. And I took a really rough walk today. So I got home. I'm barely alive. And Taz the man with the plan. Do not give out any more of your Ray-Bans to the strange women you meet at the club. Those are $170 sunglasses. No more freebies, Taz. That's like buying someone a meal for two, a pair of Ray-Bans. And I'm not talking about a pair from Roman Sheriff's website. I'm talking about
real
from
Ray-Ban.
Ray-Bans.
Roman's a good guy. Come on, we stand 100% with Roman.
We love Roman. He's a cool guy. Everyone who's unhappy with their purchase can get
full
their
refund.
money back. Full refund.
They can get their entire $79 back.
Exactly. So it's a very, very, very cool guy. By the way, before I go to Australia, which Australia trip is coming up so fast, man. I think I need to hit up Roman and do a podcast with him. That would be cool. If I just quickly went to Philly and back for a quickie. I'll think about it. Kevin. Okay. OC, stop feeding the ego.
No, as a matter of fact, at the beginning of the show, Tim will not be appearing first anymore. I will appear first, and I will introduce him saying something like, "Here's Timmy," and then Tim will come full screen. He's the one who wants this stuff. It's not me. Exactly. I have a script. I read what I'm given.
We're just following in the footsteps. Shovel.
I take orders.
Yes. What's happening?
Shovel. Talk to me. What is going on? What is going on in Belfast? What's the plan?
I don't know. I haven't seen any streams. Well, I was on Ticker Stream now because he had the Christopher Ward exclusive.
Whoa! Oh no, the Christopher Ward.
I know you're devastated for
not the Christopher Ward. No.
You're devastated.
What are you gonna do, Tim? You didn't get the Christopher Ward exclusive.
I didn't get the Christopher Ward. Did he get a free Christopher Ward out of it at least?
No.
Oh.
Nope. That means yes. Red Shovel. His face cannot be denied.
Red.
Jesus, you can't keep a fucking secret to save your life, can you?
I never said that he got anything free. You're the one that has deciphered that and wrongly. No, there might be something in the post to him. I don't know.
Not the Christopher Ward. Anything but the Christopher Ward.
Yeah, and especially 36mm Christopher Ward.
Oh no, my favorite, the lady size. Not the lady size. Christopher Ward's.
Yeah,
he stole the leads.
The leads. No,
the
but
leads.
You did miss out on the show with the three nice ladies on it. You did miss out.
I was on those ladies live stream before.
Yeah.
Months ago, yeah.
Something is brewing with Red Shuffle not wearing a flannel shirt. This is hold on, my camera is playing up big time here. This is just relaxed.
Abercrombie? Is that Abercrombie and Finch?
Yeah.
And that's a dead brand.
Well,
I don't think Abercrombie and Finch has done anything in years.
Well, I bought it in New York probably about 12 years ago.
Hey, you know what? That's around the time that I met the roommate, and she gave me one of those Abercrombie and Finch hoodies as a gift.
Right.
Yeah. But then since then, I haven't seen Abercrombie and Finch anywhere.
It's okay. First of all, it's not Abercrombie and Finch. Okay.
What is it?
It's Abercrombie.
Fitch.
Mm-hmm. There's no N in
Finch, like a bird.
Abercrombie and Grinch.
And
I quite like this hoodie. Like it barely fits me, you know. Like it is, you know, like it is screaming for help, like you know. But that's
still survive. It still survive.
Yeah.
Abercrombie and Finch. There you go. Abercrombie and Finch. So Red.
Yeah.
By the way,
Nope.
Paul did came onto my live stream and said that you hyped up Spencer's new location a little bit too much.
No, that wasn't the problem. It was Spencer phoned me to ask me not to talk about something else.
You got a phone call from Spencer?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When?
I was on your show during the weekend, so it was on the Monday morning. Yeah.
And then in the morning, at the night after, you got a phone call. I was told to not talk about.
Yeah. My camera is playing up. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what I mean. Just things that we were discussing things. Remember about the London Watch Show and sort of things like that. And right enough, Paul and Spencer don't think me or anyone indeed like discussing those things are helpful. Even though everyone else in the chat and everyone else online is already talking about them anyway, I don't really see the issue. And it was the fact that my camera's doing my head in. It was the fact that I was bigging Spencer's new place up and that, and it wasn't the fact that I was talking about that. It was the fact we were talking about the things before that, about the London Watch Show and that,
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to mention that again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, Paul did confirm a lot of the things, like that he's not going to be doing any more London Watch shows.
Yeah, and there's reasons, because that and I'm not going to talk about it anymore because they don't want to talk about. So I think we'll just move on from it, So
yeah,
Spencer doesn't want to do the London Watch Show for various reasons.
And what exactly do they not want you to talk about?
Just don't want me to talk about their connection with the London Watch Show and people and people who run the London Watch Show, things like that.
Yeah. About Charlie?
Who runs the London Watch Show?
Hey, by the way, so Spencer is ending his relationship with the London Watch Show. Now, what about the Ratso? What about what's that fat guy's name?
Nico.
Oh, Nico. Yeah. What about the Fatso? What about him?
Well, you see, Spencer's worked himself into a position where he doesn't need the London Watch Show or indeed any other sort of trade show now, because if from what he was saying about his new property is true, he's going to be able to do his own shows.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll not need anyone else.
Exactly. No, but what about the big guy? Is the big guy going to be still continuing his relationship with the London Watch Show?
Yeah,
he's going to be coming down from Belfast. He's probably going to be the new big dog at the London Watch Show.
Nico's going to be the main guy. Nico's going to be the main guy.
Yeah. Like Spencer was, when you walk in, you see BQ watches.
What I don't understand about Nico, because I can talk about Nico. What I don't understand about Nico has went from let's not trust the London Watch Show as such to we're
embracing.
Yeah.
Just really lean into.
Yeah, we're suddenly the main event here, So I find that a bit strange, as I think have other people as well.
Yeah.
So
maybe you worked out a deal with them.
Maybe worked out a deal, Yeah.
Ooh.
So, but I won't be attending the London Watch Show this year. I'm not going. No, I'm not going.
Do you think Nico will give me free tickets to the London Watch Show?
He might.
Yeah.
He might. Are you going?
Email him.
Are you going?
Well, no, not for the September one. I don't think that Nico is going to be at the September one, right? No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He's going. Yeah. He is the main event there for it.
Holy. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is shocking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the whole point. Yeah. The one they're doing down near the exhibition centre in Battersea. I think it's called.
Let me see here.
London that's what it's called.
Watch Show. Let's see here. Their website. What's going on their website? Welcome to the London Watch Show. Okay, here we go. The London Watch Show, 17th and 18th of September, Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 6. What are they saying? Trusted dealers. Whoa. Here we go. All right. 17th to 16th. Got trusted dealers offering top brands, private sellers area, buy, sell, valuation, on-site insurance appraisals, all things luxury. Oh, 1 second. Анна, я сейчас работаю. Давайте мне завтра с утра позвоните, okay? Sorry about that. Accessories, watch, refinishing services, trade accessories. Let's see who's going to be there. 21 brands and exhibitors. Here we go. These are the exhibitors. Let's see time. James, the suit group. Watch and passion. Well, you know what? That logo looks suspiciously close to. Oh, Zero West. That looks like what's it?
Watch Collectors. That's David Khalil's company.
Oh, David Khalil is gonna be there. Holy shit! Platinum Jewelers. Watch Drop. Oh my god, the Watch Drop. That's that box, right?
Well, what an apropos name. Watch
oh!
Drop.
And there's the Pride and Pinion.
Pride and Pinion. Pride and Pinion. What's this say?
Pride and Pinion.
Pride and
Pinion. Wow, proudly sponsoring the London Watch Show. Chronopod. What the hell is a Chronopod?
Never heard of it.
They're probably those cases, right? The cases for a wristwatch. Watch Choice, Watch Protect Company, Retail Circle, Platinum Times Company, Duckworth. There's a lot of guys. It looks like a lot of brands. Zero West there. What about Christopher Ward? Is Christopher Ward gonna be there?
Duckworth were there last year, as were Woodbury House. There's some sort of insurance thing. As were GMC watches. They were there too last year. AJ Chrono's going to be there.
AJ Chrono,
which is Paul's nephew.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Wait, what is this? BQ watches. How's this? Whoa.
Are you sure that's maybe just not the list of exhibitors like from the last time? You know, they've just copied.
Well, you know what? 2021 brands and exhibitors.
Yeah,
and 2022 show dates. Okay, so not necessarily. Okay.
No, yeah, I find that odd. You know, the Paul's nephew that would be going there.
Yeah, gotcha. Hundreds of luxury watches, 84 exhibitors, 22 worldwide brands, 15 speakers. Who are going to be the speakers?
That's maybe all from last year.
Oh yeah, this is they still reusing the footage from the last show. How do we get timwrite logo for the London Watch Show? Hey, they could hire me as a speaker. They could sponsor me as a speaker.
No.
Around that time, I might be in.
There is actually another show. There's another show that's happening a week after that at the hotel at Terminal 5 in Heathrow, the Hotel Sofitel, I think it's called. There's a watch show going on there on the Saturday after that, so I'm going to go down to that one. As are quite a lot of the sort of guys from here. They're going as well to it. And then you've Watch Pro in November as well in London.
Watch Pro is nice.
Yeah, so I'll probably head there as well, but I'm not going to the London Watch Show this year. Definitely not.
Not this one.
No,
because this seems like a very, very small compared to the London Watch Show. This should be this is the TEDx of TED Talks.
I think it'll be. I am surprised that Nico has taken to do with this, especially after what other things have been said, even by Nico himself. He's obviously made up with the organizers, but
well, you know what, Nico is very skilled politician. You know, he's very skilled at saying one thing, doing another, and maybe it was a play that maybe he wanted to be the the top dog, but with the BQ there, maybe he felt like he can't have the spotlight.
Yeah, well, certainly Spencer's stand at the at the previous London Watch shows was the best stand by far, because like they had the most stock, like they had nearly everything that you'd want to see.
Yeah.
And that's where
and they had the premium seat. Let's not forget about the premium seat.
As you came through the door, like you were hit with their stand, like and
Spencer was on the first floor. You walk in, what do you see? You see BQ watches. To see Nico, you have to go all the way down. He was all the way at the back in the corner where the lights were not even working.
Yeah.
So he was probably pretty jacked off that that he's all the way down there, even though he wasn't paying anything to be at the London Watch show. I think he was still upset that he was not, the spotlight.
I don't know if he was upset about it. I think he just maybe sees an opportunity now that BQ's not going to be there, to be the main one. But
exactly.
Maybe
it's his opportunity also to network with other dealers who are there to get to get stock from them, etc. Right?
It'll still probably be a reasonable show if you want to pay a high price for Rolex. At the end of the day,
the prices have fucking collapsed. Okay, I have some numbers here. You guys want to hear these numbers? Let me show you guys some pictures. This is from my WhatsApp group. So if you guys are members of the WhatsApp group, you're paying that $10 membership. You can see this in the WhatsApp. We have
Speaking of membership, just a quick announcement.
Yes.
Snap is a story editor anniversary today. 8-month anniversary. Congratulations,
as a story editor. That's incredible. It could be dangerous at the London Watch Show, Red Shovel. Best to stay out of London. Ooh. A warning. Yeah, Shovel.
Need to bring Jimmy down. Need to bring Jimmy down as a bodyguard then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're building a reputation as a bit of a loose lips Lucy.
Well, Tim's not allowed in Brighton.
No, you see, I don't understand it because I only repeat what has been told to me when they're when it's been in terms of what was mentioned, in terms of what was talked about. Let's say in Brighton.
Yeah.
People were at a table. People were talking.
Yeah, just openly, everyone's talking.
I only repeat what's been said to me in confidence from bars.
It was said in public with other people.
I only repeat very confidential conversations that I've heard in public places.
As I say, if someone sort of says to me, like, do not under any circumstances talk about this, I'll not.
Yeah.
But if they're talking about it to me and there's 3 or 4 other people sort of listening, or there's 3 or 4 other people,
By the way, your microphone is absolute shit tonight.
I know.
What's going on?
It's playing up.
My whole setup is shit tonight. I don't know what's happening. I've had to go on to
I think your mic is going through your computer instead of your actual microphone.
I think you actually might be right. I think it's the MacBook is about to die and needs to be replaced. I think that's what's wrong.
Let me show you some stuff. The prices are just yesterday. It seems like, or maybe 2 days ago, I was showing a Cermet. This is selling for 16. It was 16.5.
Is this dollars?
Yeah, US dollars. 16,000. Yeah.
Well, that has collapsed now.
It's right. The prices have really came down. Now that's just one of the exhibits. There was also one for 18 unsold, and they wanted 30 for one of those. Then look at this, a blue dial Skydweller. The highest bid was 23,150. 23,000 US for a blue dial Skydweller.
Wow, that's really setting a low record there.
Yeah, 23,000 for a blue Skydweller, guys.
That's something that was selling for 36, 37 about 4 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Now 23. Nobody wants it. Just ridiculous. Panda Daytona, they were asking 32,400, unsold. No takers. Nobody wants a Panda Daytona for 32,400. Then they had Blue Dial 15,500. Blue Dial 15,500. You know for how much?
75,000.
45,000.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was the highest bid. That was the highest bid for 15,500. Unworn.
Yeah. These dealer group auctions are providing incredible content every day.
It's insane.
To see what's
it's
going
insane.
on.
Richard Mille, RM 6501 in titanium, unworn. That was 300,000, unsold. No bids, unsold. They had a few other Richard Milles. Then they had a World Time, basically a World Time Patek World Time, in platinum, unsold. I mean, it's just like it is ridiculous. The prices.
And this is why dealers aren't buying, because they knew that the trend was going to continue to go down. The rate of decline isn't as steep as it was in April and May, but they knew that there was a big risk that the prices could continue to decline, so they stopped buying anything, and they were smart to do that. But they're not buying still, because
Let me show you something.
Those prices are still going to go downward.
I got a really good article here sent to me. Oh, I think I lost it. Where was it? But it was an article on basically that the collapse of the Bitcoin has caused just dramatic flood of Steel Sports Rolexes on the gray market, because a lot of these there has been a lot of Bitcoin guys who sold some of their Bitcoin and traded it into Rolexes, and now that the Bitcoin has collapsed, they want to sell their Rolexes to buy more Bitcoin because they're thinking it's going to rebound.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck me, Bitcoin. That's a Ponzi scheme if there ever was one.
Yeah, and but that's the reason, right? Because everyone is thinking, a lot of these Bitcoin millionaires, they're thinking now that the Bitcoin is so low that they will sell their Rolexes, get their money back, and invest in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to go up to 100 or something like that, and then they'll buy them again or something. I don't know. They got their ideas there.
Everything's selling. I'm sort of looking, at various prices online, and I was looking recently at the Batgirl prices here in the UK. So, for instance, Spencer had a couple of sort of like 2021 models, and he was looking basically sort of 17 and a half, 18, and he sort of reduced them down by about $1,000. But there was one of the other sort of companies, here that sort of sells the same sort of gear. They put one up there recently, or just a couple of days ago, for instance, for about 15. Now that was the cheapest one in the UK. Like from a decent dealer like by far. That lasted a day and it basically sold. So things will sell at the right price.
Yes,
things are selling. Pepsis are selling. Batman, Batgirl.
Talking about pound sterling.
Yeah. This is pound sterling.
I mean, probably the price for Batgirl here in the United States is around closer to 15,000 pounds sterling than 17.
Yeah. So things will sell still at the right price, but there's too many dealers. If I have a list of dealers, and I'll sort of go through them. Even people like Nico at the minute. If you go onto his site, he's looking. I think there's like a root beer for sale, like for 23, at 23 grand or something. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's other dealers that are updating their prices nearly every day, and they're down now like 18,000, 19,000 pounds, like for one, and that's where it is. Things will sell, but only at the right price.
Yeah, and time is money, because these guys need to sell. So if someone posts a root beer for 19.8 and it doesn't sell, and you need to sell one, you're going to post it for 19.4.
Yeah.
To see if it sells. And if that doesn't sell, the next guy's going to post it for 18.9. You don't want to be sitting there waiting, going, oh, well, I'll try to capture a great price. Yeah. There are no great prices. No one's going to pay you 1,500 pounds more because you're a nice guy. If the prices are dropping,
Yeah. You can nearly tell, but I sort of maybe keep track of maybe sort of like 10, 15 sites, and you can nearly sort of see in the morning time what watches will probably sell, because that they're at a price that someone who's maybe been looking at one, would maybe been tracking the market.
They're priced to sell. They're priced aggressively.
Yeah.
And the guy wants his money that day. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the evening time, if you log back onto the site, it's marked sold. You can nearly tell which ones are going to go now, and then there's other people holding out for prices that are never going to happen. Never going to happen.
We have a super chat from Mathis, who's a member for 9 solid months as a story editor. Red Shovel has already emailed the interloper and gave him Archie's schedule for the USA trip. Bring extra cigars. Kevin is a legend.
Love Mathis. Love him.
Yeah, so this was the article from the Bloomberg. The crypto collapse has flooded the market with Rolex and Patek. Top watch trading platform says trophy models volumes jumped. Chrono24 says more supply hits prices of Nautilus and Daytona. The collapse in cryptocurrencies is easing supply of the most sought-after watches on the second-hand market, depressing prices for hard-to-get Patek Philippe and Rolex models. The supply of trophy watches such as Daytona, Nautilus 5711 is now much larger. Online watch trading platform Chrono24 said in an email statement. The recent swoon in cryptocurrencies valuation has directly impacted pricing of luxury watches from brands like Rolex, Patek, said the company, which is based in Karlsruhe, Germany.
See, at least crypto is bouncing up and down, right? It was under 20, now it's 24.
Yeah,
so that means if you bought at 19.5, that means you made 25% in a couple of weeks, right? Now, where can you make 25% in a couple of weeks? That's a lot of return. Yeah. So in watches, it's not going up. It's continuing to. So of course, you want to get out of watches, no matter if you take a loss, for the potential of at least being in something that's bouncing around.
Yes. 100%. 100%. That's why people want out of, because like these watches that seem to have hit the ceiling. Like we know where the ceiling for these watches is, right? Like I think now the market, the wristwatch market has been very tested and tried.
Even if you sell at a massive loss, let's say you bought a Daytona at $40,000.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through a hypothetical.
You sell it for 30.
No, they say you sell it for 30. It's a $10,000 loss, but you can take that 30, put it into Bitcoin, and maybe turn it into 34.
You could double that money. You could double it from 20 if it goes to 40.
You keep it in the Daytona, it's going to be 25.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's simple. You take your loss and you move on. That's it.
Exactly. And people want out. I mean, there have been so much gains. I mean, look at this. The price of Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711, which sells for around 35,000 at retail, surged to 240,000 in the first quarter, according to Chrono24. Now the Blue Dial Steel Sports is fetching 190,000. I mean, dude, like if you see an asset that's depreciating, that if you see your Nautilus 5711 that you bought just because you were trying to make money on it as an investment, once you see it start dropping in price from 24 to 190, why the hell would you keep it? Why would you still hold on to it if you can sell it and put into something like the Bitcoin that has potential of going back up? Like I don't see a Nautilus 5711 breaking that 240,000 ever again. I mean, we were in an extraordinary situation where it's almost like it was a perfect storm for the wristwatch market. The COVID, right? the cryptos,
COVID and the printing of the money and the lack of luxury travel
people weren't
available.
traveling. They weren't doing anything. People couldn't spend money on anything except something like a wristwatch.
Stock market going through the roof.
That
crypto going crazy.
Yep. All of that
has been completely reversed.
Yeah. Now it's all of those pillars, they've been taken away one by one. Hey, now people have choice. They don't just have to buy watch. They can go on a luxury cruise trip. Boom, that's taken away. Right? Printing money. Well, guess what? The government is pulling back on free money. No more PPP loans that business owners can spend to get a wristwatch. Okay, everything has been slowly taken away, and we know what the ceiling is. That 5711. Well, there you go. That's the ceiling. 240,000. It's never gonna go back to that price. Rich. Oh, we got Pavel. Investors in watch getting hosed is the best scenario for enthusiasts. Ka-ching! Exactly. Rich, $2. On the side note, the Hitler reversal sold for $1.6 million. It's perfect. Who bought it, or was it a secret bet? Any news on that Hitler reversal?
Don't know.
It is I'm very curious who ended up buying it. Well, that's a pretty disastrous PR for Jojo Lecoute. Damn.
Yeah, perfect. You can't control who buys your watches. You know, dictators buy watches too, and war criminals. So
Snap, 213 people watching, only 38 upvotes. Come on, guys! If you're just joining the live stream, or if you've been watching since the minute 1, please hit the upvote button. I would really appreciate it, and consider
turn on notifications
and turn on hit the bell icon. The bell icon, guys. Now is better time than ever. If you want to read this Bloomberg article in depth, I'm going to drop the link to it right now. Ooh, Mr. Tutor to you. Big super chat. $10 exactly, OC. I paid $14,000 on the gray for the sub no date because I wanted my first Rolex and didn't want to wait. I will enjoy it for years. It's water under the bridge. I'm not losing sleep. Exactly. 14,000. That's not too bad. You know, a couple of thousand over retail. And you know what? He bought it for the right reasons, right? He didn't buy it because he wanted to make crazy money on it. Ooh, what is happening there?
Yeah. Because I mean, listen, you tend to think of the sub no date at 14 being a phenomenal deal. Only because you're comparing it to the Batgirl and the Pepsi and the Hulk. You know, the sub no date sells for 9,000. You know, so 10,000 with tax. So it's still a pretty significant chunk there. But it's reasonable.
It's reasonable. You know, because there is that wait and playing the AD game. You know, whoever bought it from the AD, they sold it. They probably didn't profit that much either. They maybe whoever the flipper was, he maybe made like 2,000, and then the gray market flipper made 2,000 on it. So
what about the Mings? Tell me, what about the Mings? Because I got sent the link today to say that they were selling a new one, and I was able to go straight on to their website. And if you wanted to order it, you could.
Yeah, you missed it. It was 15-minute window.
I was on the website, and I was logged. I could have ordered one if I wanted one.
Did you?
No. But you didn't.
No. Thank God. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people hit that add to cart button and then did not go through with it.
Yeah.
Because they're getting quite expensive now, the Mings. You know, even to buy
jacking up the price over time.
Yeah. And I sort of looked at it and went, no, because I was sent a link, and it was at like 2:00 GMT time here in the UK, and you got right through to it. Whereas before, there was always a big sort of queue, or the site crashed, so you couldn't get onto it.
Yeah, you know what? They changed up. They have few systems of selling those Mings. Okay, this was where they open the window for 15 minutes, and anyone who buys it within that 15-minute window gets one, right? But that's they. I think this way they only do these anniversary editions, right? When there's a little bit more freedom. Then there's other way where it's limited to like 100, or there's this one even that's limited to like 10, or they have some that are extremely limited, and those basically they say go, and you can buy it, but you also have to get lucky, okay? Because there's other people who are going to be buying it at the same time, so whoever puts in their credit card information first gets it.
Mm-hmm.
But in this scenario, it's everyone. There's no count. Everyone who purchased it will get it, and they will basically cap it at that. So how many people ordered it? That's how many they will make. And so when I ordered mine last year, I think they made 2,000 in 10-minute window. They sold 2,000 of them. 1,000, sorry, 1,000 was red, and approximately 1,000 was blue. Sorry, we got some super chats here. The hour mark, $10. Tim, are there any watches in your humble opinion that you think have long-term investment potential? Yeah, like a really significant, like significant anniversary models. Those are always going to be investment potential. Stuff that's vintagey, stuff that's like, those Daytonas that are going for 100,000 right now. I think they're gonna keep pushing it.
And of course, things purchased at retail.
If you can get anything at retail, I think you're pretty safe. You'll be able to get your money back. But like I'm saying, in 50 years, are there watches right now that are being made today that in 50 years are going to be significant? Well, we're gonna have. I mean, something will be, but we just don't know what people in 50 years will value from today's society. It just so happens that Gerald Genta became the Gerald Genta inspired watches became significant because people on the internet were talking about Gerald Genta so much, right? It's just there's whatever people are talking about will eventually become something that people want, but it's completely unpredictable. Yeah, it could be like the platinum Daytonas. I mean, these platinum Daytonas, I think they're going to be very significant. But from Rolex, okay, like that Tiffany dial Oyster Perpetual, I think that's 100%. That's investment kind of great. 41 Oyster Perpetual, Tiffany blue. I think that is going to be significant because this was just, even though the prices now came back down, I think down the road, okay, looking back, that 2021 Tiffany Blue Dial Oyster Perpetual meant so much for 2021, okay, because Tiffany Blue 5711 came out after the Oyster Perpetual. There's just so, and this year has 2021 became so synonymous with Tiffany blue that I think maybe in 50 years I think it's going to be but again, there would have to be a resurgence of Tiffany color in the future. So
I also think limited edition or limited production Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe and Lange are always a safe bet too.
Like getting a AP with that 50th anniversary rotor that he has, that is going to be significant. When 100, because there's going to be someone who will want the 50th, the 60th, the 70th. There's going to be crazy people. Wrench Hernandez, $5. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Please form a line and show me your papers and your $20 admission fee to participate in the chat. Wrench. Man, Wrench Hernandez.
It's gone to his head already.
It's gone to his head. The wrench. I told you, man. The wrench is like crack cocaine. Oh, wait. PG. Tim, did you get my email? Are you? Wait, PG. What's your real? I'm just
Yeah,
not
if you can just announce your real name and phone number in the chat.
Yeah. Just give me your real name. Did you use your real name? And does it start with the letter J? Let's just say it this way, because if you did, then that's mind blowing. Epic Paul, £4.49. My kids don't care about watches along with their friends. No! Don't spend money on things to pass down. They won't care. 2 generations at best left. Holy I mean, that's another potential, right? It's possible. But here's the thing. Actually, I think watches in the future are going to be very desirable, because everyone who's buying watches now, the kids, they might not appreciate it now, but they will remember the excitement that their parents had getting this watch.
Yeah,
because it's like
it's an antique.
Yeah, it's antique. It's like, look at the Louis Vuitton hard cases, right? The reason Archie's getting the Louis Vuitton hard cases, he explained, right? Because he saw his dad walking with one, and he wants it not because it's practical, it's usable. But I mean, it's complete junk. Let's be honest. That's complete junk, in my opinion. But watches, I mean, you can always wear the wristwatch. You can always wear the wristwatch. It doesn't matter. It's just a piece of cool jewelry, right?
Yeah. And what's curious is also, if you have 300 Swiss brands, and let's say 200 are going to fail, or 250 are going to fail over the next 50 years, is it better to buy one of the ones that survives or one of the ones that doesn't survive?
It's heirloom.
Yeah. I'm actually going to buy, and I wish I'd have done it like many years ago, but I'm actually going to go back now and buy my kids a birth watch Rolex and put it away for them. So I'm going to buy my son one.
Tim's favorite concept, birth year watches.
He was born 2013, so I'm going to go and try and look out a 2013 watch, 2013 Rolex, just buy it and put it away. I'm going to do the same for the daughter as well.
That's so cool. See?
Yeah. See,
Very
I think.
Cool.
Well, you see, like we would have, so like savings plans and sort of trust bonds for the kids anyway. But it's just money sitting, and it doesn't actually earn that much interest. Mm-hmm. So you may as well have it in something like a Rolex anyway.
Actually, I mean, look at the super Imagine if someone back in the day took a Paul Newman Daytona and locked it in the safe, like with the Paul Newman dial, everything. Dude, that's worth like a million. It would be a minty in the box, untouched. It would be worth $1 million. $1 million, guys.
I'll be honest, ever since I got that, I haven't taken it off the wrist. That's the can we get it?
Oh,
cover your face.
We're getting some very important personal information about Red Shovel, though. So you have a 9-year-old son?
He's not 9, no.
Oh, so he's 8?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have any other kids?
Yeah.
Boy, girl?
Yeah, girl, yeah.
Okay, younger girl? So you have 2 kids?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have loose lips like you as well?
Yeah, but I have barely taken it off the wrist ever since I got it.
You know Al. You know Al?
Who's Al?
He's in the chat. He's a really cool chap. He's got one of those Pepsis, right? And actually, he has like a 4-digit one, like a really really old one that his dad gave it to him, and he said he remembers. Huh?
That's so cool. That's so cool. Like,
and he remembers him, like they went to church with his father, and to shut him up, his dad took off the watch and gave it to him to like something to play with while they were at church. And he remembers holding that watch all those years back, like 40 years ago, and it's like a Rolex Pepsi, like a really really nice 4-digit one.
Well, you see, that's my birth year one, so I'm never going to sell it, and I'll pass that down like to the kids. But I just thought it would be if someone else mentioned to me, that they had actually bought their kid, they had actually bought a Rolex for their kids, and I went, "What do you mean?" They said,
what was popular? What was popular in 2013? Submariner, a Hulk. What would be the perfect piece from 2013?
Perfect piece from 2013.
Well, you see, he's sort of at the minute. He's sort of in the Batman at the minute because I suppose I've just done the Lego, the Lego Batman head. So I was just going to actually maybe
there you go. Yeah, very smart.
Go look for a 2013 Batman, and try and get one that's pretty.
Hey, they're going pretty low right now. The price on them has come down, so it might be a good time to pick one up. Hey, we got a super chat here from Mark, the hour marker. Hey, roommate.
Hey, roommate.
She brought me, guys. She brought me the maple syrup cookies. The two cookies from Bear. These are Bear's cookies from all the way from Canada. Bear sent me some maple syrup cookies.
Very nice.
Let's see, is it gonna focus? It's gonna focus. It's focusing. It's more interested in Fat Winback Ben than the cookie. Here we go, guys. Hit the upvote button if you can. I would really appreciate it. For the cookie!
2 food day.
Huh?
2 food day. 2 cookies per day.
2 cookies per day. Okay, I gotta be careful.
140 calories.
Too fat, guys. Too fat. It's hard. Oh, Marco. Panel. If you had to create an investment collection, oh my God. Portfolio at retail with $200,000 budget, only picking current models with a reasonable chance to get one at retail for the average fantasist, what would you do?
No, that's a hard one.
Gosh, Mark, you're asking impossible questions with so many qualifications. You have to be able to get it at retail within reasonable, and then it's going to go up. You have a massive budget. I mean, you could buy 10 or 15 stainless steel Daytonas, but you can't get those at 15 Daytonas at retail.
You know what?
It's tough.
Look, okay, you know what? We'll simplify it. We'll just do it this way. We'll go to David's W. Okay, let's just take a look at stuff here. What's available and what we can fight to get. Okay, here we go. Vacheron Constantin, 1921. That goes below retail. Okay, you know what I would do? I would pick up a Code 1159. I for some reason, you can call me delusional fantasist all you want. I believe that in 10, 20 years, the Code 1159s are going to be extremely desirable. Okay,
do you really think that? Do you really think that?
Yes. I just
that time I was in AP House. The time I got the strap onto the 44mm offshore, she did actually bring out a Code 1159 to me, and she would have sold it to me like there and then. But I thought, no, this is not an AP. Am I wrong?
Sorry. I just found the email from PG. Yeah. Hold on. PG. Wait, say it again. Sorry, Red Shovel. I got distracted because
Red Shovel is basically saying that he doesn't believe the Code 1159 has enough of the Audemars Piguet DNA to be considered an AP.
No. You don't understand. It's genius. It is genius. Code 1159 is people are just not ready to understand it, and there was not enough. Think about it this way. There's a reason there's no Code 1159 in steel yet. Okay, they're withholding it for later, because once the steel version comes out, it's gonna flip the market. They're gonna make steel so difficult because think about it this way. Okay, people want stuff that they can't get. It's that simple. Okay, if AP said we're not selling Code 1159s anymore, and we're just gonna put the printer full on on Royal Oaks. You can have as many Royal Oaks as you want. Okay? Guess what, OC? If tomorrow you walk into the window and you see every single Royal Oak, 15510 available in the window, you can go in, you can buy as many as you want. And anyone else who walks in can buy them as well. But Code 1159s, you can't get them. Would you tomorrow buy Code Royal Oak 15500? If there was literally 10 of them in the window, ready to go, and there's a guy in front of you buying 3, there's a guy behind you saying, "Oh, I got my credit card ready. I'm gonna buy 6 of them." Are you gonna be buying all you can have Royal Oaks?
Well, I would buy one. Yeah, I would because
You'll get
because
one.
Only one.
because I want one.
But why?
Because
Why
I
would
want
you
one.
stop? Why just one?
Because it's all you need is one. It's not like
Yeah.
a Rolex where they have a gazillion
but
collections.
another guy is gonna buy 6.
Yeah, well, that's up to him. You know, as long as I get mine.
Wait, but you know that next week on the Chrono 24, they're gonna have them at half price. Would you still buy it from the AD for the full price, or would you buy it for 16,000 from Chrono 24?
Yeah, well, but you know, but you should have said that first.
It's just a hypothetical. I'm just saying, there's nothing stopping. You realize there's nothing stopping these brands from flipping the script on us. It's just as easy for them to make one watch as it is to make another one.
Obviously, you know, I'm obviously, if anything's going to be half price on Chrono 24, like, you know, like you're going to think twice. You know, like you're going to have a look at your purchase. But
there's nothing wrong with the Code 1159. But there are a couple of things wrong with it.
It's all
number one, the name,
the narrative.
Okay,
the narrative. People gonna
whoever
love
picked the
Code
name.
1159.
It's a terrible name for a luxury watch. Okay, Code 11.59. I know there's a story behind it, but it's stupid. Number 2, these are fucking expensive. I mean, really expensive. I mean, $32,600 for a 3-hander. That's the entry level, bottom of the barrel Code 1159. You want chrono? You're talking 52,000 plus. They're fucking expensive. Now, I agree with your assessment. But what do they have going for it? Limited quantities. You know, they make a gazillion Royal Oaks and only a few thousand of these codes. Right. And let's say they decide to come out with a stainless steel model at 17,500.
Oh,
I think the market would eat it up, right? They would go, but because 32,000 is one thing, but 17,500, totally different equation.
And when they flip the script, it's gonna be like a flood. It's gonna be like a floodgate. Everybody's gonna start suddenly. I mean, it was the same with the Skydweller. When Rolex first released the Skydweller, they released it in precious metal. Nobody wanted it. Then they made it in two-tone. People were not that interested. And then when they made the steel one, it became the hypest watch on the market. So I think there's huge potential in Code 1159. I won't listen at the right price. I would pick up a 1 or 2. You know, I would pick up a chronograph.
Yeah, the problem is what you just said is at the right price and at the.
Well, yeah. Well, because if we're talking about investment, right? So I would go for the cheapest, like the PG got one for 19,000. I would get that. I would 100% get it. I think that is investment grade. Because think about it, the cheapest you can get them, the more the potential that, you know, it. I think, dude, like less than 19,000, that's just ridiculous for Code 1159, right? In precious metal, that's probably the lowest you can get. You're never gonna lose money on it going forward. Okay, so you get it as cheap as you can. I would pick up a chronograph Code 1159. Well, if I had 200K to invest, I would pick up a chronograph Code 1159. I would pick up a like that white one. That white one has huge potential. This is just a weird color.
The white one.
Ew. And people like strange stuff. They think about it. Think about it. That Daytona, John Mayer Daytona, was a dog because at that time when it was selling, it was just ugly. People didn't like it, and it's just like a lot of people, they don't like that Code 1159 in white because they don't understand it. Later, when it's the most hyped Code 1159, people are gonna look back and they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that was. I remember that was those were the days."
I think the other thing that they did is they were very aggressive with the price increases.
Hmm.
I mean, they did, I think, probably around 30% in net price increases over a 2-year period for some of the models. And I think that really was too much too fast. Too much too fast.
Yeah,
But I would actually take your side and disagree a little bit with Red Shovel. When you look at the 1159 and you see how they did the mid case with the rounded octagonal shape to reflect mimic the Royal Oak design, and some of the screws and everything. I think it has enough of the Audemars Piguet DNA to stand the test of time. But it's just like right now, it's just not loved. But it will
right
be.
now, yeah, because people don't know what Code 1159 is. But OC, what if? Let me just give you a hypothetical. What if? Let me read this super chat first, though. $2. LDA says, Tim, a quick jab at someone's kids is a dickhead move. I agree. I apologize.
He didn't do that.
Red Shovel's kids don't have loose lips. He's just teaching. Not yet. He's teaching them. No,
I must have missed that. Oh, sorry. I must scroll back to see what wanker said that. Then, should I? Yeah.
The problem is that's a joke about Red Shovel, not his kids.
We love Red Shovel. We love Red Shovel, and he has amazing kids. He's gonna have amazing kids.
Yeah, the kids are bodyguarded. So if you see
Speaking of
anything
amazing kids, George Varghese. I remember back in 2016.
I was gonna say something. I completely.
You were gonna say something about what if they did this with the code 1159?
Oh, what if they have a perfect explanation for the name for the code 1159, but they're just not telling you why it's called.
No, I think they do. I think they've tried to explain it, right? I just don't know what it is.
No. But what if there's a second reason that's going to be so mind blowing that once you find out, you're going to be like, oh my god, they're genius.
It's just too modern of a name. It's just a stupid. It just
goes over your head for now. It's just you don't get it yet. It's just like Royal Oak. I mean, what the hell does this Royal Oak mean? It means nothing. It was like some guy hid in an oak, like a king or something, hid in a oak, and he was pursued by some guys that tried to kill him. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
So George Varghese, I think, agrees with you. He remembers back in 2016, he walked into a Patek Philippe authorized dealer and purchased a Nautilus for $23,000. The AD couldn't give those away. Yeah. The code 1159 will have the same result, meaning that he thinks that it'll be loved and respected and admired in the future.
Yeah, exactly. People just don't get it now. They just don't get it. But in the future, it'll the wheel. It's like the wheel of fortune. You know, there's ups and downs. Right now, the Royal Oak is at the top. Code 1159 at the bottom. OC Code 11 Chrono is a $100,000 watch. Look at the next to Nautilus Chrono. Wait. Look at that next to a Nautilus Chrono at $250. Yeah. Listen, I mean, the complication. Everybody says I don't get it. Why is Code 1159? They think it's overpriced. But when you put it side by side with other chronographs at that price point, it's actually the best one. I mean, it's a flyback, but they don't even say it. They don't even mention it. Anyways, it's a great watch, and I think if you can get it from Moda groups for really really cheap price, boom, then you're good.
39,000. I sent you one the other day.
Yeah. 49 Chrono. That's 15,000 discount, discount, right?
39.
39? Jeez.
39.
That's nothing. 39. If I had money. My God. 39. And it was with the gray fume dial.
Yeah.
I would get that. I would get PG's, the white one, because that's like the ugliest one that people think. I would get that. I would get the gray one. Then I would let's look here. Let's see. I would get Tiffany blue 41. Now that they came back down in price, I would pull the trigger. I don't know what the price is now, like maybe 30,000. I would get it because I think, like, if we're talking investment, I think it's a very special watch.
Well, I think they're down to about 26.
26, even better. Yeah. 26. Let's go. 41. I think I would pick that up. Let's see here. Submariner. Nothing. See, on this page, I don't see anything investment grade. Maybe, like the Aquanaut, right? 5165. No, too common. They just make these.
I know David SW is your sponsor, but I'd be curious to see the watch box for a change, just to see
watch box,
just to see what their selection is like these days.
Hey, look at this one, the Octa Finissimo in blue for 12.3. What do you think about that?
Hate it.
You hate it? That's quite a.
I think that's a nice watch.
Bang per buck. Bang per buck. Look at this. It's a GMT chrono with Gerald Genta design. Very legible. Blue dial. Look at this. Peripheral rotor. I mean, come on, man. This is a
peripheral rotor 3 times fast.
It's peripheral rotor. Look at that. I mean, this is a steal of a deal. Are you kidding me? This is the theft for 12,300. What a joke. What a great watch. It's an in-house movement. I mean, what can you get at retail for this money? Not pretty much nothing, I think. Like everything else. I mean, this is such a great watch. I mean, geez. Speaking of bargains, you know what? I would buy this. If I had 200,000 to spend. Why not pick this up? It's amazing. Ticking time. OC, what would estimate it cost Rolex to make Steel Submariner, including the extra stuff, advertising, sponsorship? $1,000 maybe altogether.
Well, he's including all the stuff. I mean, without all that stuff, cost of goods sold somewhere between $600 and $800 probably. But with all that stuff, like, sponsoring the U.S. Open and sponsoring Wimbledon and sponsoring, I mean, that's billions of extra. Probably the marketing expense is probably more than the cost of goods sold to actually manufacture the watch.
Yeah. Oh, Watchbox is selling 5711 green dial with the baguettes for $1 million. Holy fuck. Oh, DC in LV, $5. Nice to see red.
Yes, it is nice to see
red. Looking for OC's thoughts on New York City hotels. The Plaza, the Chartwell, the Ritz-Carlton are on the short list. Any other
good taste
suggestions?
Send me a private message on my Instagram at the original OC. I'm happy to help you select a hotel in New York based on where you're going to be.
To New York? When is he coming to New York?
And when you're coming, and let us know when you're coming to New York, and we'll schedule a dinner or something.
Is this for AC3 trip? Or is he just coming for
shit? Let us know. Let us know, DC.
Yeah, I should be coming to New York for the Archie trip.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I've nearly got the dates cleared for it.
Whoa!
Because I was looking at the Vegas dates, but you're there for such a short time, it's not really worth it. But for New York, it's pretty good.
It's a whole week, 21st to 27th.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Daniel Katz, $2.79. When I win the lottery, you get 200,000. Let's go. It's almost like I have a ticket in Canada, guys. 200,000. Daniel, love you, man. Let's go. I need to send. By the way, Daniel, I have a package for you. I'm gonna be sending it very soon.
Is this is a green dial Nautilus?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they really make those greens muted. Yes. Gray green, and
very
the blue
subtle.
is very muted, but the green itself I'm part of it is I'm colorblind, so I really can't see green, so it looks like
What?
gray to me. Yeah.
Shut up. No way.
Well, I'm like partially colorblind. Where the gray, it's hard for me to see the greens as green as they are.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's the worst green picture I've ever
That
seen.
looks terrible. It looks like it's in black and white to me.
Yeah, it's the colors. Watchbox is not very good at taking these pictures. The colors are. It's really every picture looks like it was sucked out. The life out of it was sucked out.
The excitement was completely sucked out of the front.
Yeah.
It means like the rotor is the most exciting thing out of the pictures.
Yeah. Wow. Holy fuck! Oh, it comes with the travel pouch. And
in that case, it's a great deal.
Oh yeah, exactly. $1 million. I mean, that
in
is
that case, sold.
Yo, that is insane. Because that's like I think 70,000 new. 70,000 new.
With the diamonds?
That explains why OC wasn't impressed with Boston Collector's
collection. I liked Boston Collector's collection, and I liked Mark's collection too.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what the watch box got. New arrivals. Here we go. Watch box. Actually,
by the way, if anybody at the watch box wants to sponsor this show, reach out to Tim at hello@timwrite.com.
If the watch box, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what? That would be pretty cool. But then, yeah. Hey, you know what? I'll work with them.
There's room for everybody.
Maybe. I'll look out first. I'm gonna have to. By the way, look. Oh, the price. Price is messed up. But hey, this is another investment grade Rolex. Okay, this is such a classic. Clean. Probably one of the most perfect oyster perpetuals on the planet. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. OC.
What's the price?
Well, I don't know. It's in SAR here. How do I change the price?
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just sometimes I click the link and it's weird. How do I change the price?
I hate when they make it difficult like that.
I wish I just could click somewhere. But I think it's like 9,000 US. 9,000 US. See, like a lot of these watches that you get from the watch box, I mean, they're at the top of. Oh, there we go. Oh, I could have changed it at that time. Let me see if I relaunch it.
Is that because you're using like VPN to try and because you're using like a.
Yeah. Confirm. There we go. 9,900.
The secrets that Tim has. He wants to keep his. He's keeping his IP address secret. He's running through VPN. He's running through VPNs in Eastern Europe to avoid detection.
Yeah, I mean, can never be too cautious, right? I got Doc's reporting on every single.
That's the reason. That's the reason why you're doing it.
Like sometimes my name will pop up like here or something in the corner, and he'll take a screen grab of that and he'll say, "Hey, look, he doxed himself. It's at 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 31 seconds. You can go there. You can find where he lives, and you can send him a bomb." And it's just like the guy is completely insane. You know, it's just like, and I'm not doxing it because if it's followed by I did not dox him, he doxed himself. It's crazy.
I really like the gray dial version of this, the rhodium dial with the little tiny periwinkle blue dots. I like that one too.
No, the white is so perfect. Look at it, it's so clean. This dial is so clean. You know how I was saying Rolex should remove Rolex should print their Rolex brand in white gold. Now imagine if that had printed white gold Rolex.
There's really no reason why Omega can do it and Rolex can't, except that Rolex is fucking lazy.
They're lazy. I mean, they're waiting to because they want something to differentiate this generation from the next generation. See, this generation we got ceramic bezels, we got what else do we get? We got ceramics. We got clasps. You know, we got new clasps. We've got let's see what else. We got new hands, right? We got the 369 with lume in it, right? what do you think the next step? What if they made this was something I was thinking about, a crown with loom in it, like a Rolex logo crown with loom. That would be crazy. Beautiful.
Yes, I would.
We got Epic Paul, £1.79. Average cost of manufacturing a Rolex is $690.
That's actually completely incorrect. It's 691.
Oh, Epic Paul, you made a big mistake there.
Big error.
We like to be accurate here.
How does someone know that it's 690? I mean, I just like threw out an estimate just based on like raw materials, but there's no way to really know. I mean,
no. There's no way to know any of this stuff. I mean, especially in Rolex, they're not a publicly traded company, so I mean, we can only know by you could just check. Probably Omega releases their numbers, right? They probably say, right?
Now people know how much it costs to make an iPhone, because what they do is as soon as that new phone comes out, some smart guy company takes it apart and analyzes every single component and says, here's the raw cost of obtaining this screw and this processor and this chip, and and they say, okay, well, it costs $273 to make this or whatever. But with Rolex, it's impossible.
Exactly.
Just some steel parts and some gears. It's not brain surgery.
Hey, you want to see another investment grade Rolex that somebody should get? It's this one right here, the Sea Dweller. Right? Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What Red? What are you oohing because it's like totally expensive, or is that
no? I do. Well, I own quite a lot of this. The sort of like the Sea Dwellers already, and that is just gorgeous.
This is like the most perfect Sea Dweller. This is the perfect Sea Dweller. These are very limited quantities.
That's
because
lovely.
this is the pre-Cyclops, very small size.
Because I have the Deep Sea Black. I have the James Cameron.
Yeah.
I have the SD43. I have the SD43 two-tone. So I am sort of fully
in the chunky, fatter watches on the fatter side. Yeah,
I'm sort of fully invested there. That's beautiful.
You should get this. Right now, the market is on the dip. You should probably contact someone. I'm actually
at the minute. I'm looking at a lot of vintage, sort of older things at the minute.
I mean, this is such a great. It's a modern, but very rare.
I hope someone from David SW is listening, because this picture runs circles around any of the pictures on the watch box. I mean, look at that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are the guys at the watch box doing?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look at this. It's beautiful.
Can I be really critical of some of a company that I really like, and that is that sometimes I think that the photography on the BQ site, on Spencer's site, isn't the greatest.
Yes,
I agree. And it's not just me that has said that. I have actually recommended Spencer's place to quite a lot of other friends and that to go and look at watches, and that's one of the things that they've actually come back to me to say, that they weren't overly blown away with the with the photography of the watches.
Yes,
there are certain companies that really make like an art form out of the photography that they do, like Avi & Co.
Yeah, the pictures are slightly worse than the watch box on
GQ. They're not they're not bad pictures, but they're just it's
they're lifeless. They're lifeless pictures. They don't have any emotion.
Have you seen how they take those pictures?
Yes. Right?
I was in the video, right?
I was there. Yeah, I was there at the time. I was there, when
it's in the movie.
It's in the movie. It's in the movie.
Yeah, it's pretty sterile, very sterile, right? In that light box.
Because there was a friend of mine. His dad wanted to buy. It was an Explorer 1, and he sort of came to me and says, "Phil, you know people that so like sell these things. So I give him, yeah. Well, he knows me as Phil, obviously.
Weird. You should tell him. Just call me Red Shovel.
Red. Okay, Red. He says,
Don't be weird.
and you know people that sell these watches. So I give him Spencer's details, and I give him Edinburgh Watch Company, and he looked at the photos on Spencer's site for an Explorer one, and the first thing that he came back to me and said was, they're not very good photographs. They're a bit dark compared to the ones that were on Edinburgh Watch Company.
Yeah.
Just jumping in real quick, Bluetooth says that's his Sea Dweller, 116600 on David SW. He left the Sea Dweller Club a few months ago, and it's been up there for a while. It's very interesting.
Shit. He's sold. Oh my god. That's a great watch. Oh, that Sea Dweller. Yeah, you're right. Look, see it on the Edinburgh Watch Company, right? It's a little bit more.
Well, he actually did end up buying the watch from Edinburgh Watch Company. Yeah. He actually bought one of their Explorer ones, and I don't know whether it was based on whatever conversation he had with Jonathan or whatever, but that's where he ended up. But the immediate feedback that he gave me regarding BQ was that the photography wasn't as good. Yeah. So people do notice these things.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, BQ, right? Their photography is like designed for big turnaround. They have such big turnaround. Their pictures. See, this picture, it's like someone actually put some thought into this composition. Every watch, there was thought, right? Like he sat down and he modeled, like the watch in these pictures is like a model, like a sexy model I can see.
I suppose it's a bit like when I was buying this one here, like from Spencer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the 16750.
Yeah.
He had that. He had this on the website, but he didn't place beside it, the original papers. Yeah. He didn't place beside it, the original box. He just had it photographed, like with a modern, modern green Rolex box. And I would say that would put a lot of people off.
It didn't look legit, right?
No, it's not that it didn't look legit. It's just that the first thing that I would have, I suppose.
Look at this one, right? This picture. There's a watch. There's papers.
It looks so inviting.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this picture.
The first thing that I sort of messaged Spencer was, this particular watch, does it have A, B, and C? And he was straight back to me, and he did confirm that it had A, B, and C with it. Yes. But why not just put that? Why not just have that on your website like those other, sort of photographs of? It's just
maybe in new studio. Maybe in the new studio they'll have a little bit. Yeah. It's just the way they looking at their setup. It's just look at this. This is a photographer that has a little bit more time to spend with each product. To look at it, he's got the close-ups. Sure, there's the stickers there. Just really nice. Look at this composition. Look, shows everything. There's papers. There's an extra strap.
Yeah,
everything.
It's not easy to do that. It gets monotonous to do that every single time. Yeah. It's hard. Discipline.
But do you see, for people who don't know much about watches, when they see really great photography like that, that's what draws them in. That's what draws people in.
Yeah.
Like it does. It's a bit like if you're selling cars. Like if you go to the, if you're trying to sell a car and it has like a full service history, some people will take a photograph of the actual service book.
Speaking of full service history, David joined us.
Oh, hey, David.
Full service. Okay.
Full service history.
All right. Anyway,
sorry to interrupt.
I didn't want to interrupt anyway.
Sorry, Red. Keep going.
No, I know. Just saying that if you're trying to flog something like that, and sometimes
take a beautiful shot of the milk gas there. That watch looks great in that photo.
Yeah, Edinburgh Watch Company. It's Scotland's finest watches. Wow. That is quite an extensive website here. Guess Jonathan, he has quite an operation too, right?
Well, he's a couple of people, that work for him. I think he's a guy, that does all the videos and all the photography, and and I think it's worth having someone like that on board.
Yes.
A couple of quick super chats here, Tim. Just
Epic Paul, £1.79. Breitling over Tudor twice on Sundays. Thank you. Actually, Breitling has really stepped up their game. The new Super Ocean is killer. This new Super Ocean is killer.
Yeah. Epic Paul, do you want to elaborate? What specifically do you mean? Just drop your comment in the chat.
Okay, Jake, 10 pounds. Jake, can you see a time when the gray market prices of Vacheron Constantin overseas 4500V black or blue dial will be at retail or slightly above? I love it, but I won't pay more than retail plus 10%. Am I a delusional fantasist? You know what? I think now that the price has really came down, okay, because the price has they have really retracted, all right, on the overseas, you actually probably will have a lot of luck just getting it at retail. Just go to the AD, right? Boutique. What do you think?
Yeah, what do those sell for? Are they in the mid-20s?
Mid high 20s, something like that. And they're only going for just over 30 now on the gray, right? I mean, I think 30 to 35. They're down with that.
Yeah, they have I've seen some on. Look at this. Oh my god, the white dial one is 26. The white dial has really came down. The
thing is, Vacheron was the weakest of the Holy Trinity in 2019 and 2020. They luckily benefited from the Rolex Steel Sports and Royal Oak and Nautilus Steel Sports hype over the past 2 years. But now that hype is fading, their collections, they have a lot of dogs in their collection, right? That people were buying in order to get on the wish list for these Vacheron overseas, and that market has fizzled. So they're left with a bunch of dogs that aren't selling. So I would say 10% over retail. Your target.
Vacheron.
Yeah, that's not unrealistic.
I think. Look, actually, like the reason a lot of people, the reason there was such an explosion in demand for the overseas, because they made it boutique only and they wanted to make people jump through the hoops. But I mean, it was a bit of a forced.
And now, who goes to the Vacheron boutique other than cars?
So it's 22,500 at retail. 22,500. It's actually, so now they came down to 29. It's still like a 30% increase, but like
the only thing going for it is the blue dial. People go, "Oh my god, the blue dial! The blue dial is so incredible," but the other ones are still terrible.
Look, I mean, I love the silver one. The black is like, okay, it's too boring, but I love
silver's really bad.
The silver The silver one?
Yeah, it's really.
I love the silver one. The whatever they did to that, because I like my Explorer 2. So you're not gonna get it. This is something that Explorer 2 Polar Dial owners only understand. I love the treatment on the hands. Look at this. 26. Oh, 22 in China. What is this?
You got to ignore the China prices on some of this stuff. It's really sketchy.
Okay, I'm just saying. For some reason, there's one in China. 27. What's the cheapest? The cheapest black is 22, 29. Look, go to the boutique and try to get on the wait list. I'm thinking 6 months you'll have it ready for you, because the prices are really, really falling. In fact, we had 3 people who got the blue dial in like in like 6 months. Like they make it into like this really big deal, Jake. Like, you're not gonna be able to get it. You're not gonna be able to get it. No chance. But we'll put your name down. In 3 years, you'll get it. But they'll deliver it in 6 months. So don't worry about it.
Now we've got a panel.
Our Mark, welcome to the show.
Oh, okay. Who's
Hey, Tim, great to be here.
Hey, glad to have you on the show again.
I'm sure I'm going to get muted, but I have so much to
Where's all
comment
the
on.
stuff that was behind you yesterday? What are you doing?
Oh, I had to hide the boxes from my roommate. She has a box phobia. They were out immediately in the garbage.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so I'll tell you a story.
Okay, let me read these two super chats.
Yeah,
and you're
read the
tell
super chat.
Story, okay, yeah. Mike K, £4.49. Thoughts on the H. Moser and Co. Streamliner Undefeated. Undefeated. That's the collab with Bamford. H. Moser and expensive hype beast. 100%. 100%. This is like wait, where is it? Where no
You typed in undefeater.
Undefeated. There we go. I got it. Is there images? It's this one right here. Yeah. There we go.
Oh my god, that's ugly. God, these fuckers, I wish they'd fucking disappear.
Very cheesy.
I think that's quite nice.
Ugh,
I like that.
kidding me?
No, I quite like that. I think it's an interesting dial.
I really want these fuckers to just disappear.
We felt they had one of those at Gothenburg in Philadelphia when we were there. Not this one, but a similar model with that bracelet. That bracelet is pretty.
It's a very nice bracelet.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And having it in DLC, I think it's either DLC or PVD. By the way, Mark, those boxes were actually really valuable. Did you just hide? You didn't throw them out, right?
No way. I just put them back so they wouldn't get thrown away.
Okay, because they're okay. Thank God.
Oh, and Tim, if you want to, we can speculatively figure out what it costs to make for Rolex to make a Rolex. It's not. I mean, it's impossible to be precise, but given like estimated overheads and how long it takes to make a watch, you can kind of figure out, and it's way more than $690.
Really?
Way more.
Huh.
Okay, so in manufacturing, high-end manufacturing facilities like that would easily cost $250 to $500 per hour for their shop rates. And a Rolex has been known to be able to hand assemble one in like 3 hours. And who knows how much machining and things is in it. So let's say it's another 7 hours. Let's just estimate it at 10 hours total.
Okay.
I know it takes a year of testing and everything like that, but 10 hours total. If it's $500 an hour and they're trying to make so much profit on that, they would at minimum probably 40% of that, or maybe let's say 60% and be on the high end. So 40% of that is what it would actually cost them to make it. So 40% of the 5,000 or something like that. So, I mean, you're talking at least 2,000 to 2,500 bare minimum.
Impossible.
It's not.
These watches have listen, it's a $5,900 watch or a $5,000 watch that they sell to retailers for $2,500. Don't forget that. Okay. And then of that 2,500, there's got to be at least 70% gross margin there. It's pennies to make these watches.
Pennies on the dollar. They're printing.
I was talking based on a $10,000 watch. Like, I don't know what their
$10,000 watch costs the same to make as a $3,000 watch. It's just all marketing. It's hype.
I understand there's a marketing. I'm just saying that you guys think that they're making this massive profit.
They are. They're making massive profit.
I understand. I'm not saying they're not, but a massive profit selling if your overhead cost is $2,500 and you sell something for $10,000, that's a massive profit. But regardless, it's more than $690 to make.
There's definitely we could probably, And by the way, everyone will calculate their like yes, of course we can estimate, right? But we will like knowing the truth is impossible. And I think if the truth came out, it would be really terrible for the Rolex brand because of how cheap it probably cost them to make it. I think they're extremely good at making it very cheap for them to manufacture them.
I'm in total agreement that they make a
Yeah.
massive profit and that
Yeah.
it's incremental, but
it would be devastating if the truth came out. It would be devastating.
It's not. It's. I think everybody knows that the watches don't cost a lot to make, but you're buying an incredible brand that makes a very reliable and robust watch.
Well, that's my question though. What do you when you say it doesn't cost a lot to make, like that's a subjective question because you're assuming that all of the I don't know how you want to say it, airtime is a profit thing, which their quality control takes time, their marketing takes time and money.
Yeah, of course, the innovation and the
Rolex
research and
is also
development to
very
make the
generous with their
machines
employees.
costs a lot of money. I totally get that. They spend a lot of money on research and development, a lot of money on the machines that make them. But if you talk about just the raw components of the watch and what it takes to make the parts and assemble the watch, it's pennies. It's a few $100.
When a manufacturer, because they are just a brilliant manufacturing facility, and when you as someone who works for a big manufacturing facility, you roll all that into your overhead, and then you just have a percentage of that. So like, yes, the raw materials.
If Longines makes the same kind of watch for $2,000 that Rolex makes for $10,000, it's the exact same level of effort, the exact same stuff. It's a case, it's a bracelet, it's a movement. That's it.
Guys, just a second here. So to finish up the Mike K's question, I think it all depends on what the hell this undefeated thing goes on to do, right? Like if whatever this brand collab, if undefeated goes on to do some amazing stuff, then this watch could be worth quite a lot. It could be extremely desirable if undefeated is some kind of a really important brand in 50 years. But at the moment, I think it's just.
I'm much more interested in Mosier defeated.
Yeah,
Mosier defeated would be.
Mark offering leads for the link. Tim, drop it. Sorry.
Yeah, he's on already. He's on.
Got Mark on. We got 2 more super chats. Jake, £5 agree. It's false hype. All remember that days of 20% on the retail. Yeah, you could have gotten Vacheron overseas for 20% under. It was easy. It was no problem. I even remember everyone was making fun of Bear for buying it at retail. We're like, you're a moron. Why would
at least with Audemars Piguet, you have a Royal Oak where an overwhelming majority of the production is Royal Oak.
Yes.
And there are a few dogs that they try and sell. Vacheron is a lot worse. They have a lot of watches and not a lot of overseas.
Right. There's a few there. You know, the 56 line, I'm not a huge fan of this. It's like their budget line, but they have a lot. I mean, it's just like the collection.
A lot of stuff here.
But you know what? They actually make 25,000 watches, whereas AP makes 55,000 watches. So just remember that.
Yep. Still a lot of watches.
Make a lot fewer of them, though. I'm on the list. Oh, okay. He's on the list at the London Boutique for 6 months already. Thanks for the advice. Hey, just stop by there, just say hello, and maybe bring some
bring crumpets.
You know what? Anyways, bring something to say hello to remind people you're still on the wait list, and they'll deliver it. There's no rush. It's not a watch that is so it's mass produced. Come on, guys. It's Vacheron overseas. It's their mass produced watch. It's nice, but you know what? It ain't no like the Tourbillon that they have and stuff like that, right? It's great stuff, but don't make them fool you, Jake, that it's the end of the world.
They are going to be begging for customers to buy $26,000 watches really soon.
Yeah. Oh, they actually increased the price for the GMT. It's 27, the GMT. So, the dual time. It's very, very, very cool. Nelson Oliveira, $10. Tim, how's the Mac fund? I haven't actually started the Mac fund yet, but we got the iPad. And Nelson, thank you so much for all the help. Nelson was a contributor towards the iPad. Wouldn't be able to get the iPad, which is coming in the next week or something. They sent me the pencil already, so I think I'm gonna get the pencil before the iPad, and then we'll see. It's gonna be your job to keep me guys accountable and keep making the community art. Timepiece fund, Tim. It used to be 25 cents to make a widget, 100 cents retail price, and the dealer got 50 cents. So there is a 50-cent play between the wholesale and the consumer for every widget at 100-cent retail. Good point. And the Renchi Hernandez, $2. Lose the snark, OC. I've got the itchy wrench finger.
I'm here for the snark. Renchi knows that.
Snarky. I get that comment about OC all the time. CS $5. So what are we all idiots for paying 10 times the production cost to buy a watch? I'd say we are. Well, not only that, we're paying 110x for what it costs to make it, and then the flippers buy it and then sell it to us at 20x. The fikers. We're morons. I'm sorry. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry.
So first, I'll say I know for a fact Omega produces watches at less than 10% of the retail cost.
Whoa, less than 10%.
Less than 10%.
Really?
He's an Omega insider.
Yeah. Another Audemars insider thing I'll tell you is I met the president of Audemars, and he was wearing a code 1159. And he gave me a whole grand speech about how this is their future of the brand. They're very proud of it, and they're really pushing it, and they want it. That's their new hallmark. And every heavy hitter at Audemars now, they want wearing an 1159.
Yes. So that's the future. That is going to be the future. Code 1159. Yes, people are going to resist it. You guys are going to resist it. But in 10 years, everyone is going to give in, because when they see all the celebrities wearing the code 1159s, guess what?
As soon as John Mayer gets one, it's over.
Yeah, as soon as John Mayer starts saying this is the code 1159, he didn't understand the code 1159. This is what's gonna happen. John Mayer is gonna make a video with Ben Clymer. They're gonna be sitting behind a coffee table. They're gonna be sipping oat milk lamacino, and they're like, you know, Ben, I didn't get it. My collecting was completely wrong. Okay, I didn't understand. I was swayed by this Gerald Genta design, but now my mind is free, and I understand why Code 1159 is actually the greatest watch. I sold all my Royal Oaks. It's all about the Code 1159, and all the sheep are gonna follow.
It's true.
It's true, guys. And
there are dogs today that will be collectors' items of the future.
Yeah. Because this is how you make the money, right? You hype up one thing, right? The prices of 5711, of Royal Oaks, they hit the ceiling. Now it's time to take something that's at the bottom and make that rise. And as the code 1159 was going to rise, the Royal Oaks are going to flounder. They're going to drop in price. They're going to become more available because people will want what's hot now, not what's hot yesterday. JMB August 12, an iPhone assembled in China is not extensive, but we all pay massive money for Apple products made by a country with no freedom of press or internet. How funny. Exactly. And actually, part of the reason that Swiss watch that we allow Swiss watches to be so expensive because they pay good wages, right? So it's like they're making a killing already on making on the Rolex prices, but they get away with it because they're like, hey, we're a charity and we pay our employees good wages. And that's why we're not just gonna jack up the price once. We're gonna do it 5 times. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Drill Phil Bill, new Pepsi or new Batman on
Go around the
Jubilee?
panel. Let's go around the panel real quick on this.
Which one do
Pepsi
you
or Batman
pick?
on Jubilee?
New
Which one?
Pepsi on the Oyster.
No, that's not the question. The question is Pepsi or Batman on Jubilee.
Oh, Pepsi or Batman on Jubilee.
I'll go
Mark.
Batman.
I'm assuming he means that it's both are on Jubilee.
Okay.
You could pick Pepsi or Batman.
I love the Batman.
I went with the Pepsi. That's the one I got. I would go with the
I
Pepsi.
have too. Yeah, that's the one I have too. So
yeah, Pepsi over Batman always because it has the red on it.
I have the Pepsi. I don't know. I want what I don't have.
I would go Pepsi on Oyster and
it's Oyster, right? Yeah.
And I would go the Batgirl then on Jubilee, or as it is. Yeah, that's the way I would go.
This is like vanilla versus chocolate. You like vanilla or chocolate? It's like personal preference.
Who cares, really?
And we got the Epic Paul, £1.79. Submariner, sub 7,150 pounds retail, 45% to retail cost.
Yeah. We get it.
Yeah.
Epic Paul. It's.
Oh, by the way, look at this. Chrono 24. Aquanaut is 59,000 on Chrono 24. That is pretty crazy. Pre-owned, very good.
This is a
model reference there.
5.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
it might be like the transitional. You know what I mean? Because I think it went the 5065 to the 5167.
Yeah,
I thought I saw on Moto recently an Aquanaut for like 55 though.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. I didn't even know that there was this reference. It's crazy. Look at the date. The date is chunky. It might actually be smaller in size. Let me see.
During those years, I think there's a transitional Aquanaut as well. It's like a 3712. Looks very similar to the 5712.
This is a 38 millimeter versus what, a 40? So it's smaller?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the movement is the same size, so that's why the date is all the way pressed out to the edge like that?
Well, I mean, you can say that, but also the rotor is fills up the case back as well, right?
Some of them don't have the open case back.
They use the same movement, I think, in the new one, right? That bracelet looks a little bit tight in the
it looks weird. It's so tight and it makes the whole watch look out of proportion.
That's a little
Maybe
weird.
It's the modern bracelet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It would almost appear like it seems like, squished in there.
Yeah. Squeezed it in.
Because I think that's the modern pattern, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's the because in the older ones the rubber didn't touch the case. It sort of hung on there.
Oh, they were released at the same time. But this one was discontinued 2 years later. Interesting.
Wow. LV says 20 millimeter versus 21, so someone shoved it in there.
Yeah. It does look like, right? It's the wrong.
Yeah.
Squeeze. Someone was telling me. Who was telling me? Because I have an Omega bracelet, and someone's telling me like, yeah, it's just you could use 21 in the 20. You just jam it in there, and it'll work.
Not if it looks like that.
Maybe it's also
that looks like
weird
fuck all, like, doesn't it? That really does look like fuck all, that picture.
Yeah. Even if it were the right width bracelet, the proportions are off. The case is too small for the lug width.
But that's interesting because this is a discontinued reference. I don't know how I feel about it, right? Because the other one has been printed out. Like if we're talking investment, you know what? This is an interesting proposition. That timepiece font, Pepsi looks natural and alive on the Jubilee, and Batman looks subdued and calm on the Oyster. Rolex knows, and that's how they released it initially. Good point. Yeah.
No argument there.
No argument there. Got Air King Ben. Good morning, gentlemen. Had a wonderful dinner last night at a fine establishment while wearing my Air King.
He's always having a good time wearing his Air King.
No, I think he's saying that we were talking about restaurants yesterday, right? And I said no one would show up at one of those fancy restaurants wearing an Air King.
Oh God. Okay.
I was just kidding, Air King Ben. You know that. Just kidding.
Ooh.
I said no one would show up at Per Se wearing an Air King.
Oh my God. By the way, guys, can we hit the upvote button? I would really appreciate it. Sorry for the constant reminders, but we need to get to 100 upvotes. 100 upvotes. What else? What else did I want to bring up? Ooh. 5711 white dial 109. Ooh. Man. Anybody? Now, what do you think when Patek relaunches the 5711 or 6711? Are they gonna redo the whole lineup? Because it feels so outdated compared to the overseas. This overseas
definitely, I think so.
Yeah, the bracelet.
Going back to investment pieces. That's why. I mean, for me, if possible, I would stock up on these because I think they're the next to go. I mean, you compare this to the Royal Oak. I mean, these things seem ancient.
Yeah, and I think
they have gone. They're all discontinued, right? Pretty much.
Like there's the 26 and the 12 still available, but no three-handers.
I think the quantities actually on these are way smaller than on the Royal Oaks. I think there's just something. I believe Patek Philippe makes way fewer of the Aquanauts than AP with the Royal Oaks.
I heard that as well, that they have an even production throughout the lines as opposed to Audemars that goes heavy on the Royal Oak and offshore.
Yeah, I think Royal Oaks are going to be so common. Dirk Diggler, $5 super chat. Mark, your eye looks good from that. Your eye looks good from that scene in the movie Something About Mary. What was it like working the Cameron Diaz? How did your eye recover so quickly? What is he talking about?
It's been a while.
Oh, he looks with the ear things.
He's saying that there's a resemblance between you and Woogie from
Woogie.
Oh, is that one? Okay, I guess.
Pull it up, Tim. It's been a while. I remember the hair gel scene, but nothing else.
Oh yeah, because he got the hives on his eyeball. I remember that.
Pull up Woogie from There's Something About Mary.
Woogie.
Chris Elliott is his name.
These are such obscure references.
If you just want to he's talking about, that's the guy's name. Chris Elliott.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's actually, you look exactly like it.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I mean, I get Brad Pitt a lot, but this is flattering.
Poof. Yeah. How did your eye recover so quickly? Damn.
Also known as Woogie.
Holy shit. That is crazy. Woogie.
Handsome guy.
The Watch Woogie. That could be your new nickname.
He's a funny comedian.
What did you? Oh, and he likes lady shoes as well. Oh
man, this is too funny.
It's ridiculous, man.
It's a good Halloween costume for you. You just put a few red dots on your face, and then boom.
I was Post Malone last year. I think this could work out better.
This could be much better. Just grab some lady shoes.
Yes. Yeah. Just walk around with a handful of lady shoes. There you go.
Oh man,
that's too good.
Audience is funny. Audience is funny.
Man, Dirk is killing it. So good. Wow. The Timepiece Fund. Did you gents see LAPD announcement about robberies this week? Whoa.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Email. Yeah, I'm trying to actually. I see the email, but it doesn't display anything. Like when I try to open the email, Doesn't show anything, so I don't know what's going on there.
Must be a virus.
No. It's just doesn't show anything. Maybe it didn't copy correctly. Sorry.
It's all right. Tim goes through VPNs in Eastern Europe, so he's protected against malware.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm trying to stay safe. I got some people who try to fight with me. You know, it's hard. It's hard. It's really tough, guys. You know.
You guys really hated. I'm sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you guys really hated that the Hodinkee Zenith that came out earlier this week. I was a little shocked of the.
Hate's a strong word. Did people hate it?
You guys, I was listening at the gym, but I did not hear a lot of love for it on the stream.
Well, I think yeah.
As somebody who tried to order it and they were sold out, I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay.
Wait, what did you try to order?
I when Hodinkee released the Zenith. Yeah.
Shit, you actually tried to order a Zenith Hodinkee
edition? Yeah. I like the color scheme on it. I really did. I know it's
kind of muted, but I'd love to hear your perspective. You thought it checked the box for you.
Yeah.
It's well, I want the Zenith. I like Zenith a lot. I don't have anything close to that color scheme. It's 38 mil. I like the bracelet. I like the movement. I don't know. It didn't say Hodinkee on it, so I was okay. If it said Hodinkee on it, I was not gonna go anywhere near it. But I don't know. I liked it.
Hey, okay, here. There we go. That's the article. LA. Damn. LAPD warns resident tourists not to flash jewelries as robberies rise. Whoa. Violent crime is up. Jeez. See here. Don't flash those expensive diamonds and watches while shopping in Los Angeles.
I like how they use the term flash instead of wear. Like people are out there.
Exactly. All you have to do is wear it.
Don't flex.
An uptick in violent robberies in the Melrose District and other surrounding areas prompted the Los Angeles Police Department to issue the somber warning over the weekend. On July 14th, 2 masked men attempted to steal an expensive watch from a store on Melrose Avenue. The next day, 3 armed men stole a watch from a couple walking in the usually quiet area of Harper and Rosewood Avenues. Suspects are still at large.
Ooh. What is this?
Wow.
Los Angeles Police Department.
Yeah, there's always one person who wants to turn this into a discussion about politics, and there's always another person who wants to turn it into guns rights. You ever notice that? Like, there's always one person who says, "Listen, that wouldn't happen if they were allowed to, if everyone had a gun," or.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm extremely cautious about where I'll wear a watch. If I'm going for a walk, I probably won't wear one.
Yeah, listen, I wear mine. But you know what? I think the caliber of a wristwatch does matter. Which one you wear, like that. Oh, there you go. Speaking of my watch, there you go on the right, Explorer 2.
Almost like Google listening.
Safe watch to wear. I like how there's an ad for a wristwatch, right? Like, hey, there's an article about a guy getting his Rolex stolen. Hey, do you want to buy a Rolex? Hey, do you want to be the next victim?
Yeah. Isn't that a scam website too? Watchshopping.com.
Archie advertises for them.
Oh yeah, does he? Oh
yeah, since 2017.
He's been advertising for them since 2017?
No, that's part of his shtick. It's like they've been in business since 2017. He has
my god! I don't think I've ever seen art. Like I always
watchshopping.com. Watchshopping.com.
Watchshopping.com. Where do you get your watch that will be stolen from you next week? Watchshopping.com. Do you want to get mugged? Here's your once in a lifetime opportunity. buy this wristwatch. And it's only, if you haven't been robbed for your wristwatch, it's only a matter of time. Yeah, that's pretty rough. I live in the social, just where
Southern
nothing
California.
goes
I
to
live
the
in Southern
ram.
California.
Yeah. So SoCal. Oh, SoCal. Just where nothing Rolex on the ram. These dumbasses don't know Patek or Omega yet. There you go. Yeah, it's our Rams and Rolex that are the
You can
target.
wear, but even if you wear Roma, you might get
you have to be
jacked on
careful.
the
They'll
street.
fucking cut your head off for Roma.
Right. So
You gotta
you
be
get
careful.
stuck with affordable luxury, then you get jacked.
Yeah. Damn. Ooh. When
Tim,
do
do you
I
ever take the train with your watch on?
LAPD needs to wrench me.
Every day.
I'll fix it next week. Thank you.
Tim, you ever
Train
take
and
the
subway
train?
all the time.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'll take
Actually,
it in
I
the
was
afternoon. I
on the
won't take it at
subway
night.
one time when my cart was getting jacked. Okay,
Ooh.
everyone like they started out like I was on one side and they were starting robbery on the other side of the train. And man, these guys were huge. They popped this kid on like in the mouth. They took his stuff, and then they were just going systematically one person at a time. They were jacking them like one person at a time. It was the longest train stop. It was the train. It was a B train. It was going across the George Washington Bridge. So it just takes forever. It's like, and when people are getting jacking from you, getting their asses beaten, it feels like time is in slow motion. And I just freaking got my iPhone 3G couple of like weeks prior. Maybe it was that week. Actually, if they jacked me for that phone, I probably would not have met the roommate.
Speaking of Roma watches, I think I'm not sure if we covered this story earlier this week or not, but it's from the Daily Mail. Swiss tourist is speechless after an Italian thief who robbed him of his watch at gunpoint in a restaurant returns it because it wasn't the expensive Richard Mille timepiece he thought it was.
Yeah. Very
that's hilarious.
The mugger nonchalantly strolled up to the Swiss tourist, held him at gunpoint, and released him of his watch in Naples, only for an accomplice to return it moments later after realizing it wasn't a valuable Richard Mille.
Sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry.
I hope you know
this is a shitter.
You can return it. You still rob them. It doesn't take the crime away. You can give it back.
It completely reverses it. This wasn't Richard Mille.
I'm sorry. Sorry. No, I only ever had one semi scary, cautious moment. I was wearing the Pepsi and I walked by somebody and I was in not Philadelphia, but another smaller city. And I mean, it was obvious. Guy walked by me, looked directly at my watch, like long enough to notice that he was sizing up my watch. And then he looked up at me and then we walked by each other and he kind of stared at me for a while. And then I kind of went this way. And then I don't know. I didn't see him after that, but it was a very sketchy moment. Like I was at that point, like I might have to like run away or fight this guy or something. I don't really know what's happening here, but it was very awkward.
The irony is like the whatever brand watch he was wearing, if the people responsible for marketing for that brand could get in touch with him and publicize that fact, the watch would be a sensation overnight. The fact that it got mistook for a Richard Mille.
Yeah.
So, but nobody knows which brand it actually was.
Well, I would assume it's what's his name? Off his website.
Roma. Producer Michael.
Roma. Speaking of Roma, we gotta wrap it up. Guys. We're gonna kill the stream. Shout out to the Red Shovel bringing in the gas as always. We love the gas, and Red Shovel is the man with all the gas from Belfast.
Belfast.
David, thank you for hopping on. OC saving the show again, and Mark, thank you for hopping on. I really appreciate you guys. Please hit the upvote button. Consider becoming a member. And I'll see you in a couple hours.